toy life.
To catch these ghosts, you need the real Ghostbusters.
Nice landing, Han Solo.
Spaceships and Luke Skywalker sold separately. Batteries not included.
So I found that if I keep pressing it, it finally pops, and then and
then
it's everywhere.
Good to go, right?
It goes everywhere, and long story short, it was a beautiful ceremony. Oh yeah, we're starting.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I thought it was a beautiful mess.
That just sounded nasty.
Well, welcome to That Toy Life, the show where we discuss toys, geek culture in general, and our lives. I'm Ray. Joining me is Ashley and Austin, my two distinguished co-hosts.
I wouldn't go that
May the
far. I
force
wouldn't
be
say
with you.
distinguished.
I mean, you got to put on air sometimes. If you don't,
Peace and long force.
Yeah, may the force be with you.
And also, quick RIP to Norm Macdonald.
Very big.
That was a gut punch,
Dude. That was a hard one. I had two reactions to it. I had like the gut punch, like super bummed, which I'm still bummed. I'm super bummed. Like I'm watching, and it was weird. I had already started rewatching his show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Norm.
So I feel like I kind of did it.
Where are you watching it at?
I have a streaming service. I can watch a lot of that stuff, and I've got. They have all the
streaming
seasons.
service online.
So they
that's
free.
free.
So no, it's not free, but.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, no, that was a gut punch. But then it turned around. It's like, wow, man! Like what a way to go out! Like that was like the best way, the most, I guess. Honorable is not the word. I'm trying to think of the dignified way of going out, and it's a good joke. It's like he went out on his own terms by not telling a soul, and then he just disappears one day. Ultimate joke.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like what happened with Chadwick Boseman. Also, he was kept it very private. When it happened, nobody saw it coming.
Right. But with this one, I think nobody knew. Nobody. Yeah. His family didn't even know. And I'm like, wow, and it was sad, but I don't know. I mean,
wait, his immediate family didn't even know?
I don't even think, because I mean, number one, I don't think he had like an immediate family that he was close to, like a wife and children or anything like that.
Well, he had like a son.
I think he did, but I mean, he probably didn't tell him. I really don't know. So it just, it sucks, but at the same time, I'm like, at least it was like a Band-Aid that was quickly pulled, and then it was the whole like just kind of going out on your own terms with dignity.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know that he has. Yeah, rest in peace. Now I know that he was. I know that he has a son because I read about a joke where Norm. Because apparently Seth Meyers, he revered, Norm very, he loved him. Like I think he modeled a lot of his anchor style on Norm, but he tried to do it his own way, but he was very inspired by how he handled the show. And
sure, and you could tell it. Yeah, you could see it.
But I think he said he got like a message, or he talked to Norm one day, and he told him Norm told him like, my son watches your weekend update, and he told me, You sound a lot like Seth Meyers when you talk, I just thought to myself, oh man, I'm gonna have to teach my son what time is.
Oh man. What's funny though is like it started after he passed, I just started thinking about all the times like on because when he was the anchor on Saturday Night Live, it was the O.J. Simpson trial going on. And he would vehemently troll O.J. Simpson, like, because he was just downright like, no, the guy's guilty. So every joke he would squeeze in an O.J. joke into the set, to the point where it was also making. I want to say like Dick Ebersol was, who was one of the NBC people. I think they were like friends with OJ. So they were like, you got to cut these jokes out. And it was like, okay. And it just kept going. They just keep putting them into the shows each week.
Yeah, apparently like that's part of why he got fired from Weekend.
Got fired, yeah. And that's legendary.
Yeah, because that guy got so mad because he kept telling jokes about OJ. It's like, well, why don't you not be friends with a murderer?
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. And then the best one is when they like find him not guilty, and he's like, he's like, This just in. Murder is now legal in the state of California. And I just like that's just legendary. Like who else was really going at it like that? Because a lot of people would. It was kind of a hot button thing to touch.
Well, I think that was one of the best things about. Oh, wait, can you hear me still?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I don't know. For some reason, I was sounding a little off. I think that was one of the best things about Norm was he was doing it before it's popular to just not care. If it he went his own direction no matter what. If it made other people uncomfortable or if it annoyed them, he just went with I think people talked about how he would handle stand up. He would go all in with the stand up. If it was a joke that was bombing, he would still go through to the end. And he would keep going. That's just how he was. That's how that was kind of the legend of him.
Very light tones of like Kaufman-esque humor, and I love that. I love that sticking to the joke, even if it's not funny. That's the point. Sometimes it's anti-comedy, and I love it. But anyways, rest in peace, Norm. I know you're traveling through the cosmos right now, my buddy.
So back to toys. No, we got any?
Back
do we
to
have any
toys.
we got any news? Like I know I sent you some stuff earlier today, but we've got 2 weeks worth of stuff to catch up on.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
And today being Batman Day, there was a crap ton of news from McFarlane Toys.
Yeah,
What all kinds of news do we have?
I guess we'll just have to pull up these pictures here, won't we?
I'm
me
all
just
cool with
a-
that.
Let me just
But yeah, I mean, I saw there was a lot of like toy dumps, just news of stuff coming out, but I really wasn't able to follow a lot of it.
oh really?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I've just been busy. Family matters. A lot of
Okay,
Urkel to catch up on.
Okay, Urkel.
Oh man.
There,
But,
I just sent you a private chat with the link to the stuff.
Ooh.
okay.
Yeah, so when you get ready to pull that up, you just pull it up and we can talk about it there.
Oh yeah. That's much better than what I was using.
I really like this.
Yeah.
So, scroll down and there may be more like better.
So this is all this is all Toyline based from the Three Joker series by Jeff Johns and who did the art? Was it Jeff? Was it Jason Fabach?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was because that's the other person Johns loved to work with on DC. It was Fabach and Frank. Gary Frank.
Yeah.
So
let's take them one by one there for a second. So look at that was the first one that they released today.
So Three Jokers.
And I'm wondering if that's going to be like a 3-pack or if they're going to release one, each action figure together. I don't know, or separate. I don't know.
I could see him doing it separately, and each one comes with a card or something like that.
Wait, time out. No, this is McFarlane Toys. They're going to release each one separately. Then they're going to release them in a 3-pack, and then they're going to change the heads and release them again individually.
So I bet the middle one is going to come. There's going to be a variant that's going to have him smiling. The middle one.
Yes.
He's going to have a
and
smile.
the other two will be frowning.
Then they'll have 2-packs. You'll have a 2-pack of these two, and you'll have a 2-pack of these two, and a 2-pack of these two.
Quit giving Todd McFarlane ideas to make money from
Dude, he's
people.
Sitting here talking about and what now? What can we do?
But
so and here is a Batgirl that was
I do dig that.
This was released in the very first wave of McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures. So the only thing they really changed is the color scheme.
But I do like that. I like the solid yellow and black. Very classic looking.
The paint app looks good. That figure is just way out of scale with any of the other multiverse figures. I mean, she's like way tall, ridiculously tall.
And the next one is the one I'm really looking forward to. I hope I can nab one. That Red Hood up.
Yeah. It says they go up for pre-order next week. So keep on the lookout.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to snap that up because
I
want to get a good Red Hood. Yeah, I mean, I have one Red Hood figure. It's that the Arkham Knight Red Hood. Not him in the Red Hood. It's like him when he did like just the red helmet, but with that, but with the Arkham Knight outfit.
Oh yeah.
So I would love to just get the actual just cool Red Hood. And I love that design that they use from the comic.
I mean, that's crazy good right there.
It does look good.
And I love that helmet sculpt. Yeah. And then
this Batman looks really good.
Yeah. Although, when I first saw it, because I didn't see the other ones out, when I first saw that, I actually thought that they were maybe doing something with just the Dark Knight Batman or something, or the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that because he has that big square jawline. And that whenever I see a Batman that has that giant square jaw, it always makes me think of
with the smaller points too.
Yeah, smaller points on the ears. It always makes me think of the Dark Knight Returns.
But I definitely like this Batman for sure. I like that design.
He's a thick boy.
He's a thick boy.
He's acrobat. He punches you through a wall. But yeah, that's a good lineup they got set there. I dig that. I'm definitely on board for that. Like I said, that Red Hood. I may get one of the Jokers because I don't have a Joker. I wouldn't mind getting one. Just got to get a good one.
Yeah, that I don't know, man. It seems like they're putting out so much stuff here.
Go ahead. I was going to say it's just my thing with McFarlane. I mean, obviously it's the 3 Jokers, but it's also that it feels like he's scared to do anything outside of Batman.
Yeah, it does.
Like he'll do Batman Family, he'll do Batman variants left and right, but it sounds like he is terrified. Or maybe it's something DC's just telling him to do, just focus on Batman. But it just comes off as like just Batman, nothing else,
And I mean, everything has to go through the Warner Brothers licensing department, so it could be that it's like we want to really push Batman right now. Yeah.
I mean, we already saw that the Batman, Matt Reeves's movie coming up. We've already seen that they're already at work, putting the prototypes together for the figures for that.
For McFarlane Toys?
Yeah, if you look at the last the video, they did a video for pretty recently, a couple weeks, month or so back. They did a little video and someone caught a still shot, and you can see a prototype that they've been working on sculpting. It's like solid. It's like a solid orange color or something, but it looks like they're still in the process of putting it together. But someone looked at it and they said, "Oh yeah, that's definitely that's definitely the look of Rob Pattinson's." And someone saw that it was in a pre-order lineup, so that put 2 and 2 together.
Well, you got to think though. So there's typically a year lead time from decision to store shelves, decision to make something to store shelves. So I'm sure they're already prototyping the Batman figures, Black Adam figures.
I wonder if they're going to do something for. I wonder if they might do something for the Peacemaker show.
I would think they'd have to. They'd have to do Vigilante. I mean, but they haven't done anything for Titans or Doom Patrol, so I don't.
They should do something for. I would just like to see them do a just fully. We've seen that set photo of John Cena covered in blood. Just make a Peacemaker that just looks like that. It's just Christopher Smith just covered it head to toe in blood in his Peacemaker outfit.
Oh yeah, they could do that. I mean, they already have the figure. All they got
just no guns. Can't do guns.
Yeah, can't do guns. DC.
You can cover him in blood. You can cover him in blood, but you can't do guns. You can.
Well, that's
you
like
can sell
Marvel.
King Shark with two severed limbs. No guns. Though.
No guns. That's like Marvel. No smoking. No smoking.
But at least Marvel can put guns on those figures. Well, are they selling them with guns? I think.
Oh yeah.
Punisher
comes with guns all day.
Yeah. So, what do we got? What else do we got up, Austin?
I don't know. I mean, NECA's been sneaky about some of the upcoming stuff. I know they've got. I'm still waiting for the Batman '89 grapple, the grapnel launcher. At some point, I mean, it's supposed to. Here, I'll show you. It's supposed to come up.
I swear, what's going to happen is after you get it, we're going to suddenly get a call from Candy saying Austin's in the hospital. He's trying to jump off
the roof,
grappling onto the roof, and then
I'll do it too. I'll do it. He broke his leg. He broke everything. He broke every bone. I don't know how he did it. He broke every bone in his body. He thought he could do it. He thought he was Batman, y'all. He thought he was Batman.
I saw him. He took it off his belt and shot it in the
air. Y'all, that cord didn't have a chance. No, but it's weird though. I like that the price point's a little bit cheaper than the other one I got because I mean that's about what I paid was the $39 for the but that's
really?
17 on the Batarangs a little high.
Get all your toys at BigBadToyStore.com.
Big Bad Toy Store.
Here's a quick Batman thing. Since you're bringing up Batman 89, out of the Schumacher Burton verse, which one would you most like to see? Like McFarlane, if they were to tackle one of those Batman, which one would you want to see first?
Out of the so if I had a choice
like
between the two, or can I pick both?
Out of the Batman or the villain?
Out of all four Batman and all their variants, so, like all the different suits that they had. Like, so, you had Michael Keaton's Batman from 89, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I mean, I would obviously want Batman Returns, because that's just my favorite suit.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to see the Sonar Batman suit from the end of Forever.
Yeah, that was a good.
Because that's just iconic too to me. I love that. I would like to just see a really good, either like a McFarlane or Hasbro, somebody do like Robin, because I love Robin's suit from Batman Forever.
Oh yeah,
a great. I just thought that was a great adaptation of the suit. So
I never realized in Batman Returns, it was till way later, not Batman and Robin, that Robin's suit, the way it looks, even though he's called Robin, the design of it is very Nightwing-ish. If you look at it without the cape, yeah, like I think it's even got like the like the way the lines work, very similar
on
to
his chest, the bird and all that. Yeah,
very Nightwing-ish. Yeah, which is, I never thought about that until I kind of look back on it later.
Yeah, for sure. I thought that as well.
Yeah. I guess if I had to choose, I'd go with Batman Returns too. I don't really care for. I mean, I'll watch Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't really care for those. They're silly.
I think Batman Forever is a underrated. Like out of those two, it's by far the superior movie. Batman Forever, on its own. I like how it's just neat. I love how Batman Forever just stands on its own. Like it's just this weird, like standalone Batman film that you can just at least scratch your head at and just be like, huh, how did that get made?
But
because it's just a great. I mean, it's a fun. I don't know. I have fun with it. It's just a fun movie.
I'll say this. This is one thing I do like about Batman Forever is that when you strip it down, when you take away the flashiness, everything Joel Schumacher kind of did with it, when you get the script, I do kind of like the theme that they were going with was a Bruce that was really dealing with his trauma that he had. I think that was really one of the, it wasn't really focused on too much in the first movie, in the first one, and wasn't really focused on the second one. And this one was really kind of him really dealing with it. And I did like the whole idea at the end where he didn't feel it was a need or a calling. I kind of like the idea that he was choosing now to do it. It wasn't so much, it wasn't a burden for him anymore. It was a choice, to continue to be Batman. I don't know how you feel about that. Ashley, you look got a skeptical face.
I mean, they're all just like neon glow stick.
Oh yeah, that's why I said you got to strip away the Schumacher.
Yeah. I kind of resent those two movies because you had a good thing going, and then you just flipped the script on it and ruined a franchise.
It feels kind of weird to have a neon painted gang. I feel like you're not going to get away with too much. When cops are running after you, you're not going to be able to hide too well if you're just like covered in neon paint. It's gonna.
Yeah. Oh, the Mortal Kombat Reptile.
Oh,
figure.
that is who's doing
Storm Collectibles.
Yeah, Storm Collectibles is doing this figure. It actually looks really good. I like this figure.
Yeah, that's really solid. Yeah. Wait, it comes with like a little, what is that, a portal or something?
Yeah, the little thing he shoots out at. Womp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that. But
well.
I know that like NECA. I know NECA did like a. I'll show you real quick here. They've been announcing like teasing the Jaws stuff, and they finally released what Matt's going to look like here. This is really all I can do, but
it's the first time. Tell me, is that the only time we've ever had an action figure of Richard Dreyfuss made?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they've done like What About Bob?
We missed the boat on getting Stakeout. That would have been Emilio Estevez with, I'll say this, like, I love Emilio Estevez. I love him. He does not need to have a mustache ever again in a movie. Like, never. Like, he looked like he needed to never be near a schoolyard with that mustache.
See, this is them right here. Like, if you look though, they did this at Ernie Reyes Jr. So I think NECA is working on a the pizza delivery guy, Ernie's character. Keno from Turtles 2. I think they're going to probably do a Keno figure.
That's an odd picture to go.
I guess they're probably trying to be like, shh, or something like that. Yeah. But yeah,
we're not too
Raph.
We're not talking.
I wonder, I'm trying to remember what they did differently with the outfits for with the turtle designs in the second movie. They had more freckles, didn't they?
A little more, but they were pretty much freckled in the first one too. Yeah. It was just, they kind of, I don't know. I think they tried to make them seem maybe a little happier, like more rounded faces.
The eyes were much more pronounced also.
Yeah. I think they were just trying to brighten it up. If that makes sense, just trying to brighten it up a little bit is what it looks like to me. So they just tweak little things.
Yeah.
But I think they probably did add some more freckles to make it a little more, probably just a little more cutesy. Like if you really notice them, then you're going to really like them.
Oh, I see the Batman thing. So what is that? Is that once we get down to it,
or which one are you talking about?
The down the right there. So I remember you sent, was it you or Ashley that sent this earlier this week? Ash. So is this something from the show? Because I'm having a hard time.
I don't think so. I can't remember if it was like something I missed.
But
I don't know. I just thought it looked cool, so that's why I sent it.
I dig that. That's really cool. Dark turtle. I didn't think to look it up, but yeah, I do. Dig
I
love the cape and all that. I mean, it's definitely cool. I like it.
But it seems like it's a
cell shaded, also like
like a cartoon version. But I thought Loot Crate was doing like the movie stuff, like.
Well, this is obviously in the animated style. Like this is all from the animated show. So yeah, like I said, it could have happened like on maybe like a one-off episode or something like that, but I just don't remember it.
So you're not really the turtle fan that you claim to be.
I claim to be one, but I'm not really. I really hate turtles. I don't know anything about turtles. I think turtles are dumb. Turtles can't do anything. Turtles should all die. They're slow.
You failed me, Austin. Yeah. Or no. Or never mind.
Look at all these happy comments. Your head.
I was going to say I was thinking I failed you, Austin. I have failed you, but it was I just did it wrong. Never mind. Let's move on to the next conversation.
All I can say, dude, is if you're not with me, then you're my enemy. That's all I got.
Oh man, these dioramas are awesome.
Yeah, somebody built these, man. These are some really good dioramas. I would love to have I just know they won't sell them, and they probably cost too much. But man, I wish I had the skills to make these kinds of
full nerd obscure notices here. Go back to that one where Leo was doing showdown with that's Toka, right?
Yeah.
As we know, Leonardo wouldn't be holding up his sword in Turtles 2 because parents got really upset about about all the weapon usage in the first movie. So therefore, none of the turtles were allowed to hold their weapons except for Donatello.
Right.
Because he only had a stick. Go back and watch the second movie. None of them, except for Donatello, because he has a stick, none of them are actually hold, or they never use their weapons offensively. The closest I think we get is in the first. I know Leo uses his swords. He throws them up into the sky or up into the ceiling, and then uses them to hang on while the guys crashing each other under. That's what it was. Yeah, none of them. Yeah, and then Donnie. I think he does the. He smacks Razor with his stick. That's it. I think none of them actually use weapons. When you see. If you think you remember seeing Michelangelo use nunchucks, no, he didn't. He used the sausages. The combat.
Think about this, and think about when Keno had to like when they were showing the competitions and stuff like that. I mean, they had like the fighting and I'll take it back. They did have fighting. Never mind.
And they did have
I was going to
fighting.
say they were trying to like lighten it up by even taking away a lot of the fighting. They would just be like, here's this competition where you have to take these things off this mannequin, but we can't see you do it. I'm like, all right, I'd rather just fight.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. Oh God, what's his name? Tatsu. I'm pretty sure Tatsu got crushed by the shells. I mean, that was a pretty violent moment.
Pretty much. It'd be funny if he just threw up, like ooh, like when they crush into him.
Blood and guts just explode out of this.
He just looks like a pimple.
Yeah,
he just
Yeah.
But I do love these dioramas. I mean, I don't know who. Oh man. Oh yeah, they're the guy Bryce Newblar. But yeah, that's a really crazy good diorama.
That is.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it takes to build something like that.
I think it's a lot of commitment because you got to put the space aside for it, and then you also got to start getting the materials.
Yeah. But I mean, I just wouldn't even know where to start.
Meaning,
I
think the easiest way to start would be the movie. You just start looking at the movie and start like seriously like taking screenshots probably of like certain moments so you can kind of like map out what you want it to look like.
Yeah, but you could give me all the pieces and parts it takes to build that thing. Lay it in front of me and say, build this, and I'd be like, yeah. Okay.
Now check this out. Here's a little video.
Oh, it is.
Oh, that looks like the car they used to escape, or similar to it at least.
I wish I could get my hands on the Toka and Razor set.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to grab. Well, I mean, I'd love to just grab the turtles. I still got to get those.
Splinter, why is he up there?
Because
that was like from when he rescued him.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they're recreating some of this stuff, but some of this is like the first movie figures. So, or the majority of it's first movie.
Mutual Splinter. You don't remember that?
Do what now?
I was asking Ashley. Ashley just kind of looked at me blankly. So that was the joke. The joke was, Michelangelo. He called it Mutual Splinter. The insurance.
I haven't seen. I've seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 like maybe 3 times, and that was all back in the year.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the first one's still the best one. It was the second one. I will say, second one has some pretty solid, great jokes here throughout. And I remember one that always stuck with me. It's just funny because it's like it's kind of a semi-political joke. It's when they're about to get dumped onto the spikes and what was it? Michelangelo screams out, "Remind me to write a letter to Ralph Nader."
For what?
I think it's probably has something to do with the dumpster stuff or junkyard or something like that. But
that is cool. What is that?
Yeah, I would love to have this.
Oh, that's the from Hook.
Oh
yeah, from Hook. The gator. This was the crocodile from Hook. Yeah, they turned him into basically a clock tower. Anything about Hook I love. I just love that movie.
So who's doing this Jurassic Park stuff here?
Oh, this is that guy that makes the dioramas. He's just he's a fan, especially of and I am too. I love the packaging of the first Jurassic Park movie stuff. Like they just did a good job of the packaging. I love this.
The JP. I remember this specifically.
The JP branding.
The JP brand was on every. There's always a part on all the dinosaurs where you can find the JP brand.
Yeah, I love that.
Didn't they also have like pieces that could come off of like the dinosaurs? Like pieces
if you look here, like you can see there, like they would have these little side pieces that looks like where like a bite is getting, or like a chunk is getting bit out of them. Mm-hmm. I had this here, the young T-Rex down there in the bottom. I had that one for sure.
Was that from
the first movie?
Okay.
They call it young. They call it young Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it basically looks like just the T-Rex because he's huge. Yeah. I don't know why they call him young. They just, but yeah, they.
Is this a Kenner line?
Yeah, Kenner.
This is a line that I just totally did not even realized existed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Me and my cousin William, we growing up, oh my god, I mean, he had the majority of the stuff. He had the whole park, but I had some of the figures too. But they were just good figures, and I always wanted the Ford Explorer. I miss it. I was going to say because I know he had taken like a whole
I think the only figures I had from that, I never got any dinosaurs because I think they were a little too pricey. But I had Alan Grant, and I think I had Tim. Little.
Yeah, I had Tim.
Burnt.
I had Alan, Tim. I had
Tim, the human piece of toast.
The hunter.
Muldoon.
Muldoon. Yeah, I had Muldoon, Malcolm. He had all those. I think he had Ellie.
Mm-hmm. Hammond.
I don't know if he had Hammond. I think he had Dennis.
Did he have Newman?
That is Dennis.
Dennis character. Yeah, Dennis Nedry.
Did they make one for?
I was always jealous. I wanted the Ford Explorer so bad.
Did they ever make a figure for Arnold? Samuel L. Jackson's character. Did they make one for him?
I don't remember them making a figure for him. Okay. They could have. I just don't remember him. And I don't see him. I could look on the table again. Here, I don't think they ever did one. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't think
missed the boat on that.
Racist.
But
go ahead.
No, I don't even know what I was going to say.
Oh, I was going to say I would like to know like sales figures from like all of Kenner's, various movie licensing brand
throughout
toys.
The years,
because it seems like Kenner always like tried. I mean, they didn't quite complete everything, but they gave you the biggest array of character from a movie, vehicles, monsters, whatever, compared to other brands. I just don't understand why a company like Kenner could do that and another company couldn't.
Who were the big action figure competitors? Let's say like back in early '90s. So this was before McFarlane and I think before NECA too.
Yeah, it would have been like Toy Wiz.
So we had Mattel,
Toy Biz,
or Toy Biz. I'm sorry, Toy Biz,
Hasbro, Mattel,
Playmates,
Kenner. I guess Kenner was winding down, but I mean,
Galoob. Yeah, because Galoob owned not only like a lot of the action figures from the especially in the 80s, but then they really hit big with like the Micro Machines and stuff like that.
What about LJN? Or maybe they didn't.
I feel like that was a niche thing with, like in the 80s. They were kind of like Galoob. I feel like Galoob kept going though with all the Micro Machine stuff, but LJN was hot for a minute in the toys, but I think they really got big in the video game.
I was about to say, like, are you talking about the same LJN that made all the horrible tie-in games?
Yeah, and they also made mediocre toys too. A lot of
didn't they make Thundercats?
Did they?
They made the toys or the game?
I think so. I think LJN made Thundercats.
I thought they mainly were doing the bendy type toy stuff.
No, they made Thundercats.
Yeah, Oh, so they made Thundercats. Yeah, I never knew about the many sins of LJN until I saw the Angry Video Game Nerd show, and then you see the pattern emerge of they were just this company that they grabbed the rights to something, because making a video game tie-in was very new at the time. So the movie companies didn't know really what to do with it. So they just said, this is a quick way to make a quick buck. Yeah, but they make these shoddy, terrible games that people just buy because the name alone.
They also made WWF wrestlers, like the big.
That's right. I will say LJN. I will say the best thing they did about toys was they made the really good wrestling figures, because they did the figures and they did the wrestling buddies, didn't they? They were responsible for the wrestling buddies.
The big thing.
The big
plushies,
the big plushies.
They were like pillows.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I was going to say now that you say that, they did do those, so I'll hand that to them. I love those wrestling toys, and those wrestling buddies.
All right. Well, while we're on wrestling, because I'm just gonna string a thought here. Who made the Austin might know this one. Who made the wrestling figures from this would be late 90s?
90s.
So this
was when
Toy Biz.
I was gonna say Toy Biz got it, because I remember Toy Biz.
Well, they were doing the WCW stuff. I don't know. I don't know that they did the WWF or WWF.
Yeah, I think they were for a while, because they were the bigger. I can look it up and see, but I feel like they for a while were doing it, because I don't know who's doing it now, but I feel like they were doing it for a little bit because of the material they were made of and stuff. Let's see, WWE.
Mattel does the
I specifically remember
WWE figures.
Well, I specifically remember that they had like these were figures that kind of did like little things. Like I remember like DDP, you could he actually came like with his arms
up. Like, that's Toy Biz.
That's Toy Biz ones. Okay, so that's that.
Yeah.
I remember buying a couple of those. Like I bought Sting when he was in the NWO, so he had the red paint, the red face paint, the red and black. I remember I had that figure. I think I had Kevin Nash. I had DDP. I think that was it from that line that I had.
Oh, I'll tell you who I had. I know I had Hulk Hogan, and I know I had DDP.
Was this? I remember specifically like the big thing about that at the time. I think he was kind of like seen almost like a villain from what I remember.
Yeah,
like the Wolf Pack, the red and black, Wolf Pack. Those are like seen as kind of like the good guys almost. We had Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Sting.
I think I had Kevin Nash.
Yeah,
I was going to say I only had from back in the day or in the late 90s. The only ones I had like a Stone Cold figure, and I had. It wasn't this one. It was one of these Rock figures, but I'm trying to remember.
I had a giant Scott Hall figure. I had a big he was probably. I think he was close to 12 inches high. He very, very limited articulation. I think like just the arms could move up and down, and I don't even know if the legs moved. I think they might have moved a little bit.
I remember those Toy Biz figures were hard to get a hold of because they would sell out so quick.
Yeah, like anytime
they came out.
Yeah, anytime I would find them at Walmart, if I got lucky enough to find them, there'd be maybe like one, and I might get lucky. I remember them I remember them being popular at school because the kids that were into wrestling would get the figures.
Mm-hmm. I think I might have had Bill Goldberg, maybe.
I don't think I ever had.
Goldberg was one of my favorites from WCW. Bill Goldberg and Sting for sure were like some of my favorites. But WWF, like I was just a big like Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Big Boss Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then, eventually graduated up to like Stone. Like I was out of it for a while, but when I got back in, it was like Stone Cold and The Rock and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Mankind. I loved Mankind because he's just, and still to this day, I think to me, he was the pinnacle of wrestling because there's never been anybody since Mankind. Nobody's been like Mankind. Mick Foley.
Arn Anderson would like to have a word with you.
Arn Anderson can kiss Mick Foley's butt at SummerSlam 2022.
Nobody likes Arn Anderson. The only person who likes Arn Anderson is Arn Anderson. And I don't even think he likes himself too much either.
Oh, God. I remember him. Four Horsemen, man. Back in the day. Oh, my gosh.
We could just talk about. Let's start another podcast. We'll just talk about wrestling
podcast.
Just like, but not current wrestling. We just talk about 80s, 90s wrestling.
Rock and Roll Express.
2000s. Yes.
Midnight Express.
Oh God, now I forgot the name of the guy who was his nickname was like the smartest man in the world or something like that. The world's smartest man. I forgot. Oh God, I forgot. But yeah,
I can't remember. I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember. Yeah, and then there was like I remember like the model $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Yes. I mean,
Paul Orndorff, the
$1 Million Man. Yeah, the $1 Million Man should have been the $1 billion Man. So. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I love how like when you get into the villains, like when Vince McMahon really started pushing himself as the villain, and then his son gets on it. Because his son is the worst. Shane O'Mac. Here comes the money.
Oh
he does that. He does that dance, that thing he does. Like, what are you doing?
And his sister too.
Stephanie.
Mm.
I mean, she was just whatever compared to them two imbeciles, man. I don't know. They were crazy. But anyway, yeah, like you said, we don't have to turn it into the wrestling match. Has anybody gotten any good toys this week? Has anybody had any good hauls?
Well, I got semi-good haul.
What you got, Ashley? What did you?
Okay. So, first up, let me try to get this. I got her in the mail yesterday. This is the McFarlane designed Wonder Woman. We'll see. We'll see how she turns out after I do the review. And And I also got the armored Batman, which is supposed to be based on the Dark Knight Returns, but yeah, it's not. I don't get it at all. So then,
does it look more like Batman v Superman or something?
It sort of. It's like their own take on it.
It's almost like I was going to say, like, it's almost like they were halfway through making a prototype of the BVS Superman, and someone just told them, let's just turn it into the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah. But don't paint it correctly and don't sculpt it correctly. Okay. Yes.
Just don't do anything correctly about it.
Yeah. So it's a good figure. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's an awesome action figure by itself, but just don't label it the Dark Knight Returns Batman because it's not that. So then Entertainment Earth sent me some stuff to review. This Imperial Palace Funko Pop Green Lantern. So I don't know if you know what the Imperial Palace is. It's from China, Japan. I'll have to do some more research on it.
I mean, I know the actual Imperial Palace. I just don't know the connection
but basically these are all decked out in that Imperial Palace look. If you look close, see, we got some of that Chinese looking design.
So it's just an aesthetic thing. It's not like something that was in a story.
No, yeah, it's just something that they did. Yeah, and then did they do other Justice League figures with it?
Oh yeah,
got the Flash there.
Ooh, that's I really like that one.
Let's see, I got Superman, looking pretty fly.
Really did.
And hold on, and they sent Wonder Woman.
That.
So I mean, she doesn't look too far off.
I was gonna say like that
Wonder Woman.
That almost looks like just regular Wonder Woman with, I think, sleeves. Does she have sleeves on? Yeah,
pretty much like shoulder pads. And then Spin Master sent me this awesome thing to review. Let's pull it up over here.
Oh,
this RC Batmobile thingy. So I will be getting to play with that. It's even got the controller here on the back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this is like your Spin Master Batman figures can fit in here. So it can open the cockpit, put them in there, and you can drive all over the road and yard or house or whatever you want to. So
it's actually really neat.
Yeah. So I'm going to be reviewing that here pretty soon.
I mean, what you should do is pull a Home Alone 3 and attach a video camera to the top of it, and then just
GoPro. Just put a GoPro on it.
Get a GoPro on it, and then you got to somehow do the thing that the kid did, where you got to connect it to your TV somehow so you can watch it live, and then you basically just got like a first person, driving game with your.
Oh my god! I just noticed this thing has like foam wheels, like styrofoam wheels, with a piece of plastic, rubbery that goes. We'll review it. It provides 1 hour of fun.
Do not
hit a bump and the wheels exploded.
We'll see.
Do not get wet.
Yeah, that was my haul for the week.
Wow. Nice. What about you, Ray? Did you get any nice stuff?
No. I mean, I got books. We went to Augusta today because we were kind of doing a little late birthday thing with my wife, and we went to a place we hadn't been to in like over a year now, Second and Charles. They had a ton of toys, but nothing was grabbing me enough. But they had some cool stuff. Like they had a Catwoman from The Dark Knight Rises. They had a figure of that still in the box. And I remember seeing like they had the Mystique from the first X-Men movie. It's a newer boxed version of her. Do you know?
Yeah, probably. You're talking about. They just put her out, didn't they?
Because it puts like it comes with like a morphed arm attachment also. Like you could.
Yeah, I was going to say it's kind of a lame release. I wanted it, but at the same time it was kind of weird. It was really limited in what they put with her.
Yeah,
I'm trying to. It's who's doing the Marvel figures now? Isn't it
Hasbro?
Hasbro.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a Hasbro
release.
I think it
was.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about because they did a movie Wolverine too, like a Logan.
Because it said it was Marvel Legends, but it wasn't in the typical Marvel Legends boxing. It was like its own little like yellow and blue colored. I think it was kind of flat and it wasn't curved or anything.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I went in the clearance section and they tricked me. Like for a second, I thought like, man, I might get this if it's really on clearance because they had an Ultimate Marty McFly from Back to the Future 1.
Nice.
And I think it was just somebody grabbed it and decided not to get it, and then they just put it down in the clearance section because there's no stick. The thing about second Charles, if it doesn't actually have a sticker on it, they're not going to honor it.
Right.
So if it's if it just happens to be in the clearance section, that doesn't matter. Yeah.
Noted.
So, well, yeah. I mean, it's not like I got there to it. I just I realized like, yeah, it doesn't have the sticker on it, so I'm not even going to test fate. You know, I don't want to deal with that heartache.
Yeah, for sure. Now, and speaking of that, I do need to get. I still haven't gotten a Back to the Future Part 2 Marty, like the Ultimate Marty from 2. So I actually came across him tonight, and I'm like, I looked at Candy. I'm like, I've got to get him at some point. but no, I've been trying to be good and stay away from from buying toys. But man, I'll tell you, here just in the past like few days, I think we blew through that pretty quickly. I mean, I wasn't expecting to find, anything that we would want, but number one, Halloween's coming up. I don't know if I had told y'all before, we were starting to break out some stuff that we had already bought. And one of the things was from NECA that we had the
that's the
Scream guy.
Nice.
The ghost face. So we've got him out of the packaging. So I'm going to be
that's
all set up for Halloween. I got the little the talk box in his hand. Hello, Sydney.
I almost kind of wish that they would kind of do what they did with the Halloween set. I wish they kind of also do a Sydney figure to go with it. But which version will we go with? I mean, she drastically different looks in every movie.
I would go with Scream 2.
Yeah.
But my wife found something else today, and she went absolute bonkers over because we were wanting to add it to the set. So it looks like we now have Michael Myers.
Where did you find him?
From NECA. At Target.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah, so
you can see the genuine jealousy in my eyes.
So what's he hold? I mean, whose head is that?
It's one of these cops. It's just one. It's one of these two like little kind of comic relief cops. They have like a fun. I think he's the one that actually worked makeup, like the guy playing him. I think he was one of the makeup artists for the movie, like one of the like horror like prosthetic artists.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they had like a funny little comic relief moment. Those two before they got.
So it looks like he carved his eyes.
He's carved his face out and then puts
like
put a light up inside of him to light
so
up like a human jack-o'-lantern.
But this is what's really cool is this came. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff that came with him, but this in particular was really cool because you can.
That lights up.
Yeah.
That's
and it flickers. Yeah, I mean, it's like you can look at it. It flickers like a.
Oh, that is so awesome. That is cool.
It's just a button. Yeah.
Was that the only one there?
I don't know. We can go back and look, but yeah, I know she had been just ranting and raving like the next time she came across the NECA Michael Myers, she wanted him, and she wants Laurie Strode like real bad.
Yeah,
we didn't find her, but we saw him and just had to get him. So yeah, we got that, and then there was something else that we had started to get into. I found out for McFarlane Toys is doing like a toy line for some sort of Disney Multiverse.
Oh yes,
toy line.
Yes.
And I ended up finding her a Belle.
Huh, I didn't even realize they made a Belle one.
Yeah, it's really neat. It's like she's really well made. I mean, she's not the biggest figure. I would say this is about a 4-inch or something like that.
Well, she scales with the others. So
yeah,
did you see all of them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's really cool. I like her staff too. I like how it's got the rose in there. If you look on her hip, she's wearing her book.
Oh,
almost like a book holster.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool. And then on the back, her cape, it's got a rose on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I thought it was really cool. My wife loves Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid. And in particular, she loves this and the rose imagery. So that was obviously a no-brainer. She wanted that. But then when we started finding out all the other figures, we ended up going into the store and found some of them. I really want Sully. They got Sully from Monsters Inc. and he's got armor. He's a hefty dude, and he's got armor on him designed like it's like parts of their like the machinery from the factory that they work at, the scare factory or whatever. It's like parts of that. So you'll see that, and maybe like parts of the door and stuff like this. It's kind of incorporated as armor. It looks really cool. But the big thing that we went nuts over and actually came across in stores today
I was going to say the Buzz
Lightyear. And let me tell you something. He is heavy. He is very hefty, very heavy.
Nice.
Yeah, and I love like the wings. Like this was considered a deluxe figure. Like Belle, if you look at Belle, she's like a smaller.
Yeah.
Like obviously.
Does he stand pretty sturdily? He doesn't. He
can. Yeah, he can stand steady. He's just got big feet.
Yeah,
but they're multi-jointed. There's like he could. You could stand him up on his toes if you wanted. Probably. I mean, he's got so many points of articulation.
Yeah.
The thing on here, you had to this was assembled separately, so you had to put the back piece on him and then the wings and stuff like that. But yeah, he was considered. This is a $20 figure and this is a $12 figure. So, but yeah, and it was like and what's funny is Sully is almost as big as he is and just as heavy, but he was considered the $12.
Yeah.
He was considered a $12 figure while this is a $20. The only other $20 one's a Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow is a $20 figure.
I thought there was 3 of the $20 ones.
I don't know. You could be right, but I only saw 2, which was Jack Sparrow and this one. Everything else was in the $12 range. But but yeah, and his Buzz is so big. He's got, plus he's really top heavy. So he comes with a stand so that, he'll be able to, you can support him on that. But I was just like, wow, I can't believe we're spending all this money on stuff. And I swore that I wasn't going to buy anything else. And then I came across one other thing. And I just had to get it. He happened to be in Target. So I've got the new Ghostbusters, Peter Venkman. Basically, spoilery, guys. He's going to be in the new movie.
Oh, great! Now I'm not even going to watch it.
Yeah. Old fart Bill Murray is going to be in there. He's going to be do, and that's all he is in the movie. He's like 2 seconds.
Was that the only one from the new movie they had?
That was it. They had this and a Finn. I said Finn. Yeah, the guy. The kid from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It was him and him, and that was it. And because trust me, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And I was looking for Ray because I really would love to get a Ray figure, but this was the only one they had.
Yeah, they are dropping. Yeah, I've noticed they started to drop merchandising now for the movie because when I was second in Charles, they had was it Monopoly or was it Clue? But they had a board game.
Yeah,
that was for the new Ghostbusters. I think it was Clue.
So hey Ray, I was going to say, do you want me to tell you what it says on the back of the Peter box? Like it's not too spoilery, but it does it kind of gives you a little wink at basically where he's at right now. Like, do you want
to know, Ashley?
It's pretty.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, apparently he's a professor. So we do know that he got a job somewhere, but again as a professor, and the figure comes with the cards, like the square and the star and all that. So I bet you in the movie they're going to incorporate some sort of joke.
I'm sure he still treats the job as a what do you call it?
A joke.
Well, no, I'm saying like the way the dean described him is like you see it as more as a dodge.
Yeah,
like a scam type thing where he's just having, he's having the time of his life, just taking advantage of it at every corner he can.
Pretty much,
which is kind of predatory, because he was using it to hit on his student.
Yeah,
in the first.
Yeah, in hindsight, it wouldn't work nowadays. So I wonder if
time.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I was just like, I had to have it, man, and I was impressed too because part of me was wondering, I wonder if they just reused the other sculpts, like from the other Ghostbusters figures. Maybe and this one's not. You can definitely tell it's different. Even the collar, like just the positioning of the collar is slightly different. Okay. So he's got a little more of an old person, kind of like a tiny pot belly on him and stuff like that. So they really did sculpt him out, I guess, to be, which is telling me hopefully that the movie is going to be paying attention to a lot of minute details about the Ghostbusters because he's got the exact same equipment he was wearing in the first movie.
Well, I mean, it did have a screening pretty recently where like they put some reviews, I think, and it was pretty positive. Like people were
everybody's
really
saying
loving it. So
it's going to be good. So we'll see. But yeah, I couldn't resist it. I grabbed it. So yeah, we're broke, but hey, guess what? We have toys.
Well, quick last thing though, we did see on I did see on Hasbro this week that Hasbro's got some new stuff coming up also, or they just put out some new stuff, not coming up, but they just actually put some new stuff out, which I thought was pretty funny. Was they've done the flip head Power Rangers again?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I've seen them in stores.
But the crazy thing was, it was interesting for me because these were figures that I don't remember ever getting. Well, obviously some of them, but like I remember the Green Ranger having one, but like I never remember the White Ranger having one of the flip heads. Did he?
Not a flip head. Yeah, I don't remember a flip head White Ranger.
Yeah, and then also they have the this new variant, the Kimberly from the comic series, the Ranger Slayer or something like that. Is that what she's called? Something
like that. I can't remember what she is after a certain point. I stopped after Shattered Grid.
It's basically like she's like a minion, I think, of Drakon, Bad Tommy.
I think in that universe or whatever, I think she was like something like that. I haven't read it in a while, and like I said, I stopped right after Shattered Grid.
Yeah, here it is. If you want to look at the link real quick on Hasbro Pulse.
Let's see. Are you pulling it up, Austin?
I am.
Oh, I was going to click on.
Yes,
it.
Daddy.
I was going to click on it and look. I mean, just.
Yes, Daddy.
And I did, yeah. And also earlier this week, we saw that they released some Spider-Man figures. But yeah, there's the Ranger Slayer. Ranger Slayer, Kimberly.
And I'll tell you, the face sculpts on these are really funny too.
Well, her head is very, very, very tiny for her body.
Yeah, for sure.
Look, that's playing on nostalgia though for everybody who bought those figures.
Yeah,
for sure. I agree. But look, I mean, it's so funny. I need to pull up the Jason one because that one is one of the biggest changes. But they try to make them they're making them look a lot more like from the shows and stuff, more screen accurate.
See, I don't remember them being that broad though. Like I remember them being a little bit thinner than that. I mean, Austin, you have some.
No, they're broad. No, I've got one right here behind me. No, they were big and broad because they had to fit all the mechanics in that chest.
Okay.
They're very ugly figures. If you really look at them, they're very ugly figures. But
the thing was back in the day when that was your only option because all the big 12-inch ones were always sold out. You just went with what you could get.
Yeah, exactly. No, for sure.
So yeah, these the new Spider-Man figures they're putting it. They just put out,
which look good. I would love to get like there was this one here, the Hobgoblin.
Oh yeah,
the Hobgoblin.
Shocker looks really good.
Yeah,
like this dude looks so good.
And he even comes with the glider. Yeah,
he's definitely dope. I like this. It's a good figure.
And I'm surprised that they went with. I guess the easy reason would probably be because all you gotta do is basically repaint the figure. But the Ben Reilly Spider-Man also that you'll see after you look at the Shocker. I do dig that.
And what's funny is when these came out, I got super excited for a second. I'm like, ooh, I like their interpretation of Flathead from Dick Tracy.
Oh, Hammerhead. But let's see, where is he? Yeah, there he is, Ben Reilly. See, it seems like mainly all it is, just repaint a Spider-Man and add the little arm gauntlet things on him. Because I would love a Scarlet Spider. That seems like that would be the, if you're going to go with Ben Reilly, the easy way or the obvious first choice would be to make the Scarlet Spider, but he's got that completely different torso. Because he has that big, the big blue, whatever you call it, like a pullover hoodie that's got the sleeves torn off of it. I think something like that. Isn't that how he looks, Ashley?
Dude, talking about Ben Scarlet Spider.
Yeah,
it looks like he's got this like sweatshirt with.
Yeah, it's like a sweatshirt with the sleeves torn off because yeah,
and he's got the big bracelet thingy.
Yeah, the big
gauntlets
bracelets.
or whatever. Yeah.
I would have. Yeah, I'd love to get one of those one day.
And I think he has them around his ankles too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I believe.
And he is not a bad character. No matter what you say, he's not terrible.
Whatever. He's not Peter Parker.
No, I didn't say he was.
He's some weird clone version.
And Kyle Rayner ain't Hal Jordan.
That's fine.
Well, that'll do it for this week, guys. But no, I think that is going to bring it to the end here. So we'll end on a cliffhanger. Do they get into a fight?
I don't have the
Are they
energy to
friends
fight.
after this? We'll find out next week. But no, I think I had a fun time like making Ray jealous. Hey Ray, one more time. You want to see him? Play the piano music. And another cool thing is he comes with like a headstone that's like a Judith Myers gravestone. I love how it goes with our Halloween motif. So
do you have him set with the full hand, or do you have his fingers blown off hand?
I've got that. It comes with it, and I haven't put that on here. We've got his regular hands right now.
I feel like I'd be tempted to make that my default version of him to have the fingers blown off.
Yeah, I was tempted, but we were also wanting to try to hold him up, so I left that hand on there for now.
Yeah. All right, I guess that'll do it for us tonight.
All right, everybody, you have to do it with your powers. You got to make the show end. You got to go.
Toy life.
That's scary.
Guess what, guys? It didn't work. Let's do it again. No. Anyways, all right. That's it, guys. Good night. I love y'all.
That toy life. To catch these ghosts, you need the real Ghostbusters.
Nice landing, Han Solo.
Spaceships and Luke Skywalker sold separately. Batteries not included.